We are live. Here we go. Episode number 9. Maybe 5th. No. Maybe I have to do a special for the next one. Are we thinking we're going to do that? That works. I like it. Yeah. 6 hour podcast. Jeez. Huh. Right, try not to die. It was a lot easier not to die last year than it was this year.
Guess who forgot to unmute himself.
Oh,
And with
been
that, what's the All
there
About
we go.
podcast?
Yeah, I'm not just talking to myself. Damn.
So we're back, episode 10. No,
What's
it's
it
not
called?
episode 10.
It's episode 9. Episode 9. It's definitely 9.
Ignore me. Listen to Jack, he's main host now.
Yeah, episode 9. Here we go. Gonna try and keep the news light so it's not as depressing.
Yeah.
And just have a big think.
Yeah, I do have some bits that are a little more friendly, let's say, this time around. So, but yeah, episode 10, maybe, like you said, we'll have to do a little bit of a special episode, 6-hour podcast. Just because, my mic was muted, I missed that joke.
Hey, if we get 3 followers this episode,
three followers, we'll do a 6-hour podcast next time for our 10th episode.
Oh, I'm glad nobody's in.
First.
I'm glad nobody's in for that.
In it. Well, we're already on 2 followers, but
I don't know what happened to the last one. It's not appearing, but there we are.
Yeah, weird that, isn't it? All right. So, do you want to jump right in then? Do you want to start us off, or shall I?
You go because I've got deep thinky ones.
All right. Cool. So I'm not gonna even bother bringing up like the news things beside this because it can't be asked. Just quick fire through the crappy news shit, get it over and done with, and then we're good. So first off, Nigel Farage doing a good old bit of virtue signaling as he likes to do, although for a good cause, I guess. Basically, he was probably it was either the Independent or the Express reported that he called voting against the extension of the school meals bill, into this half term and Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
To give free school meals to the kids and all that stuff. He called voting against it mean and wrong.
Okay.
Which,
yeah.
I mean, good to see that he has some form of a moral compass.
Yeah.
So that's something.
I've seen a lot from Marcus Rashford fighting on this, and he's still fighting this
week. They gave him an OBE. Why won't he shut up about it?
I know, right? It's like, acknowledging what you've done, and so therefore acknowledging that there was a problem, but then still going, right, no, we're not going to allow that.
Oh, don't the Queen have anything to say about that? Because she gave him the OBE. She's the one that decides those honors and everything, right? So surely if she gave him an OBE for campaigning to make the government give kids free school meals in the holidays, then shouldn't she pipe up and say something about them not doing that now? Considering she just gave someone an OBE over it?
I think she's too old to give a shit, to be honest. I think she's just in that... you know what I mean?
Let them eat cake, innit?
Yeah. She wants to wake up, have a cup of tea, get waited on.
She's just sick of it all at this point. She's just hoping she can peace out before she actually has to deal with all this bullshit with Andrew.
I was thinking about Philip as well. Like, what? Yeah. Like, where is Philip in all this? Because if he got COVID, Jesus Christ, he'd kill him instantly.
He's probably locked away in an underground bunker at this point.
That's what I'm thinking.
The man looked like he had COVID before it started. He looks like he could have been patient 0.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he must be tucked away somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the Andrew shit. Oh my god, yeah. How that
But
man's still able to walk freely.
yeah, like it's sketchy to say the least. Like, I mean, like what? Why isn't? Oh, actually, I think I do remember. I'll double check it now. I'll fact check myself real quick. But I think, excuse me. I think that there might have been an FBI extradition put out for Andrew.
Good. Should be.
Was it Andrew or Edward?
Andrew.
Because Andrew and George, Edward and George come up first. Isn't that like the kids?
I think so.
Like, why the fuck would fucking them little dutties be
Oh,
extradited by the FBI?
Don't. You may have done something, Andrew.
So the latest I've got, latest headline I've got around Andrew and everything doesn't exactly look like a reputable news source, if I'm honest. Live Film Daily. Oh, Jesus. Prince Andrew could be arrested for his connection to Epstein, and here's how. Blah blah blah. Probably something about the FBI. But to be honest, I think this is an older thing to this. Yep. So, fuck off. Andy's top lawyers. Andrew hires leading extradition lawyer to fend off FBI probe with his links to the pedo Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow. So it looks guilty, doesn't it?
Yeah, like when a guy has to fucking hire a lawyer to stop the FBI from extraditing you out the country, then you're probably pretty guilty. I can't help but feel that, you know.
If you're innocent, like you don't have to do anything. You just
surely, yeah.
I
mean,
try and find some evidence. If you haven't done anything, there won't be any.
I mean, technically speaking, it's notoriously easy to implant child pornography on someone's computer. The FBI have the tools to do it, and supposedly and probably have done it for several reasons in the past. Nothing to do with child pornography, but you know, they had to get whoever that was in or discredit them for some reason. It's a long-running conspiracy trope, that.
Shady shit.
Yeah, just a little. But yeah, it's not it doesn't exactly look good. Fucking the lawyer earns £1,000 an hour. Never mind the test and trace consultants. Holy fuck.
That's
so
ridiculous.
Where's that money come from, though? Surely that's not taxpayer, right? Tell me that's not taxpayer.
I mean, does he do anything else, Andrew? How else would he pay for one?
What? Fucking, where does the royals' wealth come from?
Are they allowed to own like businesses and shit?
Oh, okay. So a lot of it's just, you know, fucking land and investments, you know, kind of in theory money. Like we're net worth, if you will.
Mm.
Like I've got all this money tied up in assets or whatever. But apparently, British taxpayers actually do support the royal family through what's known as the Sovereign Grant.
Okay.
104 million in 2019.
104 million. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, like
to do what?
Yeah, like I mean that's probably what 50p per person paying tax, but still. I mean, what's the thing of the population of UK?
About 65 mil, something like
Okay, so it's just under £2 for everyone in the UK, kind of like if you were to round it out to
Or £2 a month.
Why am I supporting? Like, no, I do not want to support the royal family for £2 a month. Fuck off.
It's a subscription to keep them there.
It's bad enough when I was watching Nicktoons and I had all the fucking African scam charities coming up.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, the money from all of those charities, it don't go to the people in the video.
What charities?
You know, like it shows you like all those like malnourished kids in the African villages,
Oh, like
and
just the
like they
adverts.
need water. They have to go 27 miles to be able to get to the nearest water source and all that.
Yeah.
Your money can help support that. It never goes to them. It goes to the government.
Really?
It goes to the government, and then those governments are corrupt as fuck and don't do shit with the money.
I thought they would be
90% of the time, and this is from someone that this is information that was told to me by someone that used to live in Africa, and like was familiar with all of this shit. I don't know exact details, but yeah, those most of those charities are a scam.
Like, I knew they were going to be, they'd take a. Well, I thought they would have took a biggish cut and give
you
third
think.
of the money.
I mean, the charity I would assume does take a certain cut for or it might be. It might not be that all the money goes to the government, but the government takes a cut or something like that, like a significant cut. So the charities need some money just, for day to day, keep it afloat. And then the government cut. Let's assume in that this is like as ethical as it could be in the circumstance. So then it has to pay the government cut, and then whatever's left over might go towards the starving kids.
So the fucking shrapnel at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Trickle down economy.
I mean, well, all these things, like they're at least like £3 a month.
Yeah, well, thinking about it, it was at least £1, maybe £2 a month back when I was like 5. So judging by the inflation of the cost of Freddos, it's got to be like £20 a month by now.
I know a lot of them are really starting to charge a lot bigger, higher prices, like over the £5 mark, which is, people can spare a couple of quid, but when it comes to a fiver, not everybody has that kind of money.
Yeah, like that's
every month.
Like people telling you to fucking quit out your Netflix bill to save you money. Like, what? And you expect me to support these charities? Yeah. £5 a month? Fuck off! Like, Jesus Christ! I'm all for charitable giving and shit, but when the stuff don't fucking go to them, it's infuriating. Like.
We had someone. Well, we used to have someone. They don't come in now, but we used to have someone at work. They used to be from Bernardo's.
Oh yeah.
So they come round and they just basically ask if you want to donate. I have donated. Yeah. And I think I still currently am. I haven't bothered to change it, but so this woman comes in, fully decked out in this, nice kind of suit-looking thing,
right?
And a BMW, and you're thinking, where is this money going?
Yeah, like that's gotta be like company car kind of shit in it. Like that's what I always hate about this stuff. It's like I've heard like the people on the streets that are doing campaigning for charities. Supposedly they get paid a pretty decent wage, like some of them at least. I mean, how else could you get people to like pester people for money like that? You'd have to be getting paid a fair bit to be able to get through that and actually want to carry on doing it. I
would hate doing that.
Yeah, it's anxiety inducing enough just walking past it. Never mind having a fucking do that on a day to day. Like I might last 1 or 2 days and maybe get 1 or 2 people subscribed to it because I don't want to pester anyone too much.
I could stand there with a sign, but I couldn't be approaching, asking people to give me.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the worst. Like that. I always feel like those charities in particular, when they're really like trying to get your money, they can't be coming from the right place. It's too. They won't have such an aggressive approach, would they?
They feel that it's almost like they're desperate for it. Like they want your money. Give me your money. I need it.
Yeah, it's proper shady, like. But anyways, I digress.
Back to
Mean
Nigel.
and wrong.
Mean and wrong, yeah. Okay.
Mean and wrong. Angela Rayner, I'm not entirely sure what kind of MP she is or where from, but she piped up. I think Starmer. Oh yeah, I'll go with Starmer's thing. So Starmer, tweeted out his usual, again, virtue signaling bullshit about how the Tories could block out, could allow school dinners throughout the holidays, blah blah blah. And then when he comes out of the Commons, out of the vote or whatever, his next tweet is just simply, "They didn't."
Yeah.
And then Angela Rayner pipes in with something along the lines of eating out to help out.
How long has she been thinking about that?
I know, right? The Tories tried to say that the classic line along the whole shtick of benefit frauds destroying our country and all that typical bullshit. They just said that if they did that, it would increase dependency. We want to be dependent on a shitty, immoral government. Like, what do you mean increase dependency? It's our money that we've put into the system so that you can sort shit out for us. It's fucking dumb. And Rayner then decided to clap back, saying that she's worried that Serco is now too dependent on the state. Which, frankly, yeah, that seems a bit more likely, doesn't it? The test and trace consultancy that's been running the entire system off a fucking Excel spreadsheet based on a file format from 1995.
You know why that is? Because we don't give them enough money. We need to give them more money. We need to have the taxes need to go up to 40%.
Yeah, 12 billion's not database money or nothing.
And the people.
Why do we even need them? Like, the whole fucking test and trace app, if it didn't have any involvement from any of those fuckers, then more people would trust it because it's actually a decentralized database. If we have this fucking third-party company handling data after the fact, then it's not a decentralized database. They're getting the data somehow, and one of the ways, as we said before, is from the fucking QR codes that they're doing with the app. Like, I knew that they would find some way to fucking mine data from it, but literally it took 2 days of the app being released for someone to find that. 2 fucking days. But yeah, so that was a whole thing. And along the same lines, well, not quite, but Brexit-y type stuff this time. 40 companies have actually threatened to move out of Northern Ireland if there's a no-deal scenario.
Okay.
Food companies specifically. They've said that it doesn't seem to be practical or profitable for them. The whole thing's just, at this point, too complex and unclear. Johnson told them to, remember he said to prepare for the worst case scenario and all that. While their worst case scenario is having to leave. So they could be pulling out of Ireland as Johnson has his worst case no deal scenario. They actually apparently hopped on a call with the PM, and they've said that he did not seem remotely aware that the key gap to their preparedness is the lack of important technical details. So he's telling them, prepare for no-deal Brexit. And they're just there like, how?
Give us details. Like, what does that mean?
Like, what are we doing?
To be fair, Boris doesn't strike me as that kind of technical-minded and, really, really... He just kind of wings it, doesn't he?
Not in the slightest. He's 100% winging it the entire way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'd honestly be surprised if he actually does know any details to his own fucking plans. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he just fucking delegates to everyone else, which generally, apparently delegation meant to be a fucking good leadership thing or whatever. And if you can delegate well, then, but
If he's
he's
just
probably delegating everything and just hoping they'll feed everything back to him. And, they'll sort it. And he's just the fucking brain, the main cog of the machine.
Have you seen any of the COVID updates, briefing things that he's done?
No, I found them way too frustrating. So,
well, how it normally goes is that he talks for about 3 minutes, and then goes, right, here's a health expert, here's the financial, what's his name, Rishi?
Yeah, Rishi Sunak.
Yeah, Sunak. Yeah, so he talks for about 3 minutes, and the rest of them just talk about the stuff. So I even feel like they are aware that they need to be there, otherwise people won't know anything. Because if he talks about this shit, then you're gonna get half answers and fucking
like it was the thing. It don't seem to have improved since the first few briefings, and very quickly Johnson got pulled up on the fact that like he would get asked a question and then either just point at the person to his left or just look at them like expecting them to pipe in. I remember you mentioning that in one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get into a job like this and be that inept? Like, I understand I understand the whole thing of not feeling like you're getting paid enough for your job, right? But Johnson, you were paid $150,000. I know that that's not enough for your expenses, apparently, but some of us have to fucking deal. I don't know. Maybe you could try eating cake.
Yeah. I mean, people have lost jobs. How do you think they feel?
Yeah.
It's not a fucking job.
There's people relying on food banks, and then the Tories have the fucking gall to then criticize the use of food banks through a fucking pandemic. Like, I don't understand how anyone could ever think that anyone in office at the moment could ever be trusted. Because it's like, obviously since before 2016, but that's when I become more aware of it. But at the very least, since 2016, the entire cabinet has just proved how inept they are. It doesn't matter who they are, they've proved themselves fucking inept. Every single one of them. It's similar kind of, in a similar sort of philosophy to ACAB, Like, they're all just sat there basically doing nothing or allowing shit to happen. And they need to do more. Like, where's the fucking whistleblowers at? Because you know that there's some shady shit going on right now that they need under wraps. So we're the fucking whistleblowers. Like, do us a fucking favor, guys. Come on. But then again, I say that, but there have been a few fucking whistleblowers. For example, in 2016, there was those Tory call centers. It was around election time, and there was a call center in Swansea, I believe it was. Channel 4 did a expose on it, where it had a big ass team of people that were not affiliated with any political party, or so they were told to say on the phone, which is illegal. But they were actually directly affiliated with the Tories, which again, illegal. And so they were specifically targeting specific voters, which I might be wrong, but I think that's illegal. And moreover, they were even targeting people that were on the no-call list, which is fucking unethical. So people that were thinking that they shouldn't be getting fucking bullshit calls were getting these calls from the Tory government, staying on the line because they think it's like some official government thing, because like, why, how else would they get a fucking cold call? And then they get asked politically charged questions biased towards the Tories, such as something so-and-so Jeremy Corbyn. Do you think this makes him inept to be able to handle a Brexit deal?
Yeah, so that basically saying you now think that he's
exactly. It's like planting the idea, isn't it?
Exactly.
So that was one thing.
Discuss then.
And then there's the fact checker thing in the last election. That was a good one. During a fucking debate, the Tory Twitter decided to change their name to Fact Check UK. I'm pretty sure nothing ever came of it, and I have no idea how it didn't. There was all the shit with the Leave EU campaign and all of that bullshit, and nothing really happened there. And let's see what else. labourmanifesto.co.uk, which is still up today. Let's have a look at that, shall we?
Yeah,
I can't spell. A website by the Conservative Party. I'm pretty sure they didn't have that line in there at first.
Okay, here we go. Yeah,
like that was added in after the fact.
Higher taxes. 2 more referendums.
No plan for Brexit, but no plan for Brexit.
2020, and there's barely a fucking plan still by a Tory government.
You're still giving them the fucking benefit of the doubt to say they have a plan?
Well, I mean,
it seems like their plan was to fuck off until they had to have a no deal. Does that count as a plan? I'd rather the referendums.
Imagine if they caused coronavirus to get out of this deal.
Oh, they're certainly fucking using it. Like I've been saying every single episode, they're not fucking. They may not have invented it, or they might not be manipulating it purposefully, like in that kind of way, but they're certainly using it to their own advantage. What's this? The true cost of Corbyn, 2,400 a year from every British worker, claim Tories. How does that work? Like, how could that possibly work?
Oh my god!
Like, I don't follow. Like, how the fuck? And then it's behind a paywall. The Tories have the fucking gall to make labourmanifesto.co.uk probably pay for a load of shitty headlines and then quote them on this website as a reason not to vote for Labour and put those articles behind a paywall. As if the whole thing wasn't immoral enough at the fucking start. Like, what?
Wow, some of these are brilliant. This has gone too far. Corbyn condemned over Labour plan to hit you with £2,400 bill.
Okay, yeah, I found one myself. So the fucking Express article, the one that's going to be heavily biased towards the Tories. Like the Express are the people that are saying Johnson issues last chance to EU to make a deal. That's the kind of headlines that the Express print. Yeah. So, of course, they allow you to see their piece on this whole thing. But, like, Jesus Christ. Our landmark polling has showed that more than half of voters actually want basic rate of income tax cut to 15p. Over 3/4 a cap. Okay, so yeah, it's like I really don't get what they're trying to say, because like it's all just referencing the Labour tax rises for the 1%, is it not? So how would that be every Briton? I don't understand. In the east of England, total of 3,060,000 taxpayers would face an annual increase of So that's not every Briton will be hit with that then. It's a couple random million people, and that's probably averaged over everyone that would have been hit with tax increases. So what? That doesn't, it's just like you know that an article's like a load of shit when you can't struggle to comprehend where the fuck they're coming from. Like if you can't write a news article that's succinct and clear enough to be able to like tell you how it's getting to this point and exactly how every Briton will be hit by this, for example. Like they say here that in order to pay for Corbyn's policies, we'd have to massively increase borrowing and debt. And what's happened with the Tories over the past few months? Because they've taken out a good few loans from what I've heard. So, you know, not to mention all the money that they're just throwing away at Serco and various other things. Test and trace consultants and all that shit. But yet, they want to try and claim that Corbyn would cost $2,400 per person in the UK.
It's true.
It's not even close when you add up these numbers. I don't know how the fuck they can come up with that headline. Corbyn condemned over Labour plan to hit you with 2,400 bill.
Just you as well. Nobody else. Just
yeah, it's so fucking like it's directing it right at you. It's proper trying to make you scared. Like
I can't believe he's doing this to you.
But then you scroll down and what was it? 106 million people in the UK, right?
About 66 mil.
Oh, 66 million was it? Right. 100 was the bill for the Royals. So in that case, let's see. Fucking where were those numbers to? West Midlands, let's see, 2.5, 2.2. So let's see, let's round that up to like 8, I guess. 8 million. 11 million. What's that fucking... I can't count. 15. So 17 minutes, so maybe a third of the UK would on average be paying 2,400 extra under Corbyn. A third. So not every person in the UK, and that's rounding up to say it's a third as well. Like, what?
A third would be at least 20 mil.
Yeah, 22 or something, wouldn't it? That's like generously 20 million, like assuming Scotland, Wales, Ireland as well, I guess. But okay, so no, it is including Wales. There's 1 million there. So yeah, like 20 mil, say. Yeah, let's say a third then, 22 mil or so. Like that doesn't seem bad, really, when you think about it. the top third of earners
Mm.
are going to be paying 2,400 more.
Mm.
Like, that's fuck all.
Yeah, they're obviously not trying to appeal to the common person.
No, this is a blatant example of how the Tories use headlines and fear mongering to make people vote a certain way, and this is like classic shit. This is just news. Now they have the data and analytics to target this shit at your aunt's Facebook. So she'll be looking at the headlines and shit like that, barely reading it and thinking, oh fuck, how the hell am I gonna pay an extra 2,400 in tax? Bitch, you're on fucking dole. You don't pay tax. Hope my aunt don't see this. Oh, that's a load of shite. Anyways, fuck the Tories. Fuck the fucking fear-mongering tactics.
If you go to the bottom of the Labour manifesto page,
yeah,
just have a look.
Shall do.
The very bottom.
Add your name to stop
So what happens when you sign up for this? So it says add your name to stop Jeremy Corbyn. Ask for your name, surname, email, and postcode.
I agree to the Conservative Party using the information I provide to keep me updated via email about the party's campaigns and opportunities to get involved with until further notice.
No.
For more information, see our privacy policy. Why do I get the feeling that privacy policy will have something about scraping your data?
Probably.
As much as I'd like to, IP address and other technical information that you may share when you interact with our website.
At the minimum, they're probably taking obviously your location and finding out that you're, where the support conservative voters are.
What information do we collect? Name, date of birth. So they give you what? 4 things: first name, second name, email, and postcode. Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just double check that. Yeah, postcode. And with that, they get your name, date of birth, contact details, communication preferences, direct marketing preferences, electoral register data, demographic data, occupation data, financial transaction data.
Whoa, you can't have that.
Opinions on topical issues.
Okay.
Issues that you raise with us, family connections, IP address, cookies, and other technical information you may share when you interact with our website. That briefly translates to anything we can get from your social media, because Facebook tracks after you leave the website so long as you're signed in. So they get that data too. Commercially available data such as consumer lifestyle, household, and behavioral data, so anything that they can buy from Facebook, etc. And publicly available data, which is just general Facebook scraping. Okay. We may also collect special categories of information such as political opinions, voting intentions, racial or ethnic origin, and religious view.
They basically just want to know everything about you.
And how do they collect this data? In person, when they speak to us, telephone calls, on paper, digitally, if you fill in a form in a website or interact with the party online via our website or social media platforms. So cookies.
That sounds fun. Yeah. Actually.
When you offer about volunteering, what's that fucking, donate to the party or purchase something from them, consent to receive marketing shit when you attend a campaign or conference. When data is shared with us from the wider Conservative Party. That's a very important point. So basically, so long as a Tory has gotten a hold of that data, they can get that data and use it in whatever the fuck this whole thing is.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh yeah, it's fuck. Okay, that one almost had me. CCTV if you visit Conservative Party headquarters. But still, why? On social media platforms where you have made information public, data scraping, or you have made the information available in a social media forum run by the party. I said I wasn't going to go through this, but it's riling me up. Like, we collect data with the intention using it primarily for political activities. So,
dodgy.
To influence your vote.
Yeah.
The party is legally entitled to and receives the electoral registration records of all electors covering their ass. Blah, blah, blah. This is why I'm not on the open voter database. Like, I'm not sure it makes much difference, if any, but at least it's not, like, right there in the open, easy to, like, it's not a public Facebook profile, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be at least a little harder for him to scrape the data. Understand the matters an issue of relevance. Decide. Okay. So they use all of that information to decide whether they send you their campaign materials. So even if you request it, if you're not under the category that they could swing your vote, they won't send you the shit. And not only that, if they do think if they don't think that you're like going to be swinging either way, you're not going to get the same materials because they select the campaign material they send to you and which messages they put on it. So they're using our personal data to customize and personally virtue signal to individuals. What the fuck?
Good effort.
Like, holy shit.
You put a lot of thought into that. And,
they even outright say, evaluate whether we think you are likely to vote and whom you will be likely to vote during an election or referendum. They don't say that that's because they want to try and, influence that, but...
So if they were to think that you could possibly vote against Tory, they could send you a lot.
Hold the fuck up. We have determined that this kind of automation and profiling does not create legal or significant effects for you, nor does it affect the legal right. Fuck you. You cunts. I don't think I've said that word much on the podcast, but fuck you.
That might be a first for the C word.
That is absolutely fucking disgusting. Blatantly ignoring our own fucking UK high courts calling Cambridge Analytica's automation and profiling tools weapons grade analytics. Weapons grade psychological warfare, like. And they say it creates no legal or significant effect to us. Fuck you. Right, fuck them. I'm moving on. I am sick of these cunts.
Fuck Joyce.
Fuck Bunsen. He said he might be quitting in the UK because his pay's not high enough anyway.
He must have been thinking, oh yes, I'm in, I'm finally in, I can get Brexit done my way, and then all of a sudden COVID was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you on that one. I'm gonna have to make this a little bit harder for you. You must have been loving it when he got elected.
Oh yeah.
He just wants out.
But definitely, but there's no way that he's happy with where he is, right? Like, he took, 4 holidays in his first 3 months? I swear. Oh, bro. I want to keep looking over that Conservative fucking terms and conditions now. Fucking... I need to move on from that shit. Right.
Well, come on.
So what else have I got? Let's see. Oh, 1 in 4 Britons believe the QAnon conspiracy theories now. So
Oh,
that's fun.
that's fair.
Almost as many Britons as would have been affected by Jeremy Corbyn's tax hike.
Mm.
So maybe episode 10 we'll have to do a conspiracy theory one. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Then again, we might get demonetized or taken down because Facebook was removing QAnon shit, wasn't it? So
maybe.
Fuck it. We might do it anyway. But
We might do it. Fuck 'em.
I'll see. We'll have to see if we can actually dig up any decent information on it because it's honestly the most cryptic conspiracy theory I've ever gotten a hold of, and I've been following it trying to follow it since it started.
I mean, that kind of thing just would be.
Yeah, it's honestly the mess. Like, if you thought lizard people was a bit of a long shot, then this will top that.
Mm.
Like, if you thought, I mean, to be honestly, I can't think of anything that kind of compares to this QAnon shit. It's like, it's almost like they grabbed every kind of half-baked conspiracy theory they could and smashed them in a sandwich of Trump being president. So all of these conspiracies that have been half-baked and crackpot for years are now 100% true, and the president is trying to fix them.
Of course.
And Q's an inside man in the White House, and I don't get how it got so much of a following because we'll save it for another time. It's the most cryptic shit I've ever seen, honestly. But see, while we're still on a bit of a political run, I've only got a couple more. You'll be thankful for that. So Chris Pratt has recently come under fire, much like many other celebrities, over their political views.
Okay.
Or their political, their forwardness of their political views, if you would. However, Pratt has come under fire for the exact opposite. So he's actually had people rip into him because he hasn't said anything about the election.
Oh,
normally,
really?
Yeah, normally you see people like, why the fuck are you qualified to, like, for example, that guy on Tom Morello's post? That's a classic.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, hang on. Just for... Right, let's bring this up now. Do. Open in a new tab, prick.
Do it. Listen.
Won't let me fucking zoom in better. Okay, whatever. Okay, so normally this is the kind of political fire or fire for political shit that celebrities come into, yeah? So here we have Morello making a statement. This was way back 2016, I think. Just put "fuck Trump" on the back of his guitar.
Yeah.
Had it up on Instagram. And this guy, Dave, good old Dave Z67, or Dave's 67, another successful, doesn't know how to spell successful, musician, instantly becomes a political expert. And then he turns around like, you don't have to be an honors grad in political science from Harvard to understand the inhumane nature of the administration, but, well, I happen to be an honors grad in political science from Harvard, so I can confirm that for you. I love that. just a little aside. But yeah, so that's the kind of shit that celebrities get for being political, right? Well, in a total twist of fate, Chris Pratt has actually come under fire for not being political.
What? Just
He's
him?
been
Why just him?
just him. He's been dubbed Hollywood's worst Chris.
Hmm. So every other celebrity has to comment on current political affairs, or you get criticized by everyone.
Yeah, and then if the people don't like your political views, then you'll get chastised for it.
So maybe that's why he doesn't want to.
To be fair, that's kind of what it does say a little bit, because he's a bit more conservative leaning.
Mm.
I think is he married to like Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter or something like that?
So I believe so.
But loads of his co-stars come on to
Yes, yes.
defend him and all of that stuff. So there's that.
Mm.
Oh, excuse me, gas. Pratt quickly attracted criticism from a widespread array of Twitter users who criticized his perceived support for the Republican Party and his attendance at a church which was described as famously anti-LGBTQ by actor Ellen Page.
Oh, called out.
Yeah, proper called out. And he just married into a family that makes space for civil discourse and just plain facts, insists on service as the highest value. If you take issue with Chris, I've got a novel idea. Delete your social. Okay, this is Ruffalo defended him. My bad. Or Downey Jr. What a world! The sinless are casting stones at my brother Chris Pratt. A little cheesy, but okay. A real Christian who lives by the principle and has never demonstrated anything but positivity and gratitude. So, see, this is to bring this over to BLM and all that stuff. This is where I take some issue with the ACAB stuff. Not so much in the philosophy itself, but in the way that it's sort of enforced, if you will. Like Gandhi, innit? Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. If you're just running about spewing negative shit, then that's not good. You're only gonna get negative back. So, like, all cops are a bad cop in principle, you know, but like if they just like kind of hide in, they're like passive to the shit that's going on, all that, you know. But like in this case, Pratt, it's not like I'm saying all actors are bad actors, because Pratt's like you can't say that, is what I'm saying, because Pratt has always been one of the greatest comic reliefs in Hollywood, and has always had like such positivity just fucking flowing out from his ass. Like I've never seen him to be even mildly perceived as nasty, ever.
No, I thought there was something that he did though.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know,
Like as far as I can remember.
I can only really find stuff that's going on now. I wouldn't even know where to find it. But,
And this also really brings up like the whole kind of witch hunt kind of. It's funny to say use the word witch hunt now, but the whole kind of witch hunt that tends to go on Twitter sometimes, like the whole cancel culture and that shit. Like the amount of people on a daily basis that I see replying to people on like some comment they made on something, just assuming their entire political beliefs, they're like basically deciding their stance for them, and then beginning to argue it. And then when they come back and like try and reiterate what they were saying, then the person that's decided to argue with them will then tell them, no, you believe this and you're wrong. It's like, how do you think that's helpful? Like, we can't, like, with there's that, is it the Dunning-Kruger effect, or is that to do with stupid people? Well, there's one of them fucking double name effect things, where like if you like try and change someone's opinion, 90% of the time you'll just get them more ingrained into that opinion. Because like if you're gonna come at someone and attack their views and tell them like this is wrong, you're wrong, and this is what you should think, because like they're being more reserved off the bat, then they're gonna assume they're right because they're not the crazy person mouthing off. So whatever you say will only get ingrained further in the opposite direction because they think, oh, here's a crazy fucking mental case in front of me ranting at me about some shit that I've barely even spoken about, basically deciding my opinions and all this shit. So they're not gonna be receptive to hear you, and you're only gonna be making the rest of us look bad, if you will. Like, for example, like Black Lives Matter is actually a brilliant example of this, because you get a lot of people that really aggressively try and say like, shouldn't be doing this, that, or that if you're white, for example, or you shouldn't have one I seen, you shouldn't have an opinion on black mental health if you're white, and like I just thought, hold on a fucking second.
Yeah, that
you really want to segregate healthcare? You really want to put a dividing line, say, between the whole health system? Like it, you want to segregate it by race? Like, yeah, healthcare is segregated. It's not a good thing, but it's not by race. Like, yes, as with everything else that's happened in the last however many years, there's always going to be some level of racial bias within it. But if we're going to segregate, it's probably a bad word to use for this, but if we're going to split out like healthcare, that's not the way to do it. Like it's not between races. Like, yeah, like I said, yeah, in some cases black people will get they'll have pills thrown at them, or just for their problems, and like they might not get taken seriously, or shit like that. Like, I'm not denying that kind of shit happens, but what I'm saying is it's probably not isolated just to race. It's probably more of a class problem, right? Like someone getting pied off with drugs, for example, it's probably not because they're black. It's probably because they're low income and the healthcare system in their area can't afford to do anything else.
But it depends what they see, innit?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not saying that that's not a thing, but that's down to doctors. That's down to the doctors' biases.
Mm-hmm.
Like the actual systemic bias. And I'd be happy to be proven wrong here, because it's one more thing to shout about. But the actual systemic bias would be from like class, wouldn't it? Because where else is it going to come from? Like, richer people going to be closer and registered to richer doctors.
Yeah.
Or they're going to have better insurance or Medicare. Or they won't have to rely on that one hospital that comes with Medicare for all, that's like fucking miles away from where they actually live. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't think it's down to race more, but it's more so down to class. And fucking like ripping people like ripping people for not like or to make like a statement like I said at the start, what was it, fucking, if you don't have, if you're not black, don't make a statement on black mental health. It's like, well, who is gonna be specifically making a statement on black mental health? Oh wait, no, I think it was in relation to Kanye and his mental health, actually. That's where the thread was. So there's some context. But like, Kanye, of all people, I really don't think he's gonna be getting shitty healthcare because of his race. Like, he can pay, he's in the upper class, if you will, that can choose where and how he gets his medical care. So, like, it's fair enough, that person may have had a point, but to go fucking full on aggressor with people, like, I tried to ask questions, like, and be interested, try and figure out what the hell she's saying, and just tell her, like, as far as I can see, it seems more of a class issue. Because what I was thinking is, like, think about people around here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If people around here hear shit like that, then they're just going to think you're a fucking pansy. Because we have shit healthcare around here, generally. Shit access to healthcare, even. And there'd be so many, like, ruffian white people, let's say, that the people from Pan that would
I feel gay about.
yeah, they're gonna have opinions on that kind of statement, aren't they? Like, to say that healthcare is bad in black areas because it's a black area. No, white people over here getting shit healthcare, it's because of class. Like, again, there's almost definitely some aspect of it that's race, because it's systemically ingrained in almost every area of American society, it seems. But it's not a problem that's exclusive to black people. I think it's much more kind of class. So the lower class people around here, like the benefit scroungers, if you like, they're not going to be happy with hearing shit like that. They're going to think that people sticking up for the BLM movement are radicalized mental cases, like I said before with the other idea. Like, they're gonna think.
Now you brought that up, I did similar to what Chris Pratt
Yes.
experienced when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on. I saw a lot of posts saying, "Oh, if you're not, speaking out about it, then you're as bad as the people, suppressing Black lives."
Yeah, like that's the whole ACAB thing. Yeah,
Which,
all cops are bad cops. Yeah, go on.
yeah. So if you're not actively speaking it and posting it and spreading the message, then you're as bad as them. Well, I don't think that's quite true.
No, yeah.
Like, if I was against it and I was not for this movement, then I would be actively posting the opposite way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can't just because somebody hasn't come up and said something, accuse them of being as bad.
Like, how did we go from okay boomer to, oh, so you haven't shared a black square on Instagram? I guess you're a fucking bigot.
Yeah.
Like, how'd we switch from that to that so quickly? Like, I genuinely thought OK Boomer was genius, because it just kind of dismisses, like, it doesn't give them the, like, you know, what's one of the number one unwritten rules of the internet? But
sorry,
don't
what was
feed
that?
what is one of the most important unwritten rules of the internet? Don't feed the trolls.
Yeah, don't feed the trolls. That makes sense.
So OK Boomer is the perfect way to get people that are, like, fucking that are just ignorant to the whole idea. It's the perfect way to just dismiss them. So then either they're getting angry at themselves and our dismissal over them, and it's all on them, or they'll actually have some forethought to look into it themselves and maybe have some kind of change in their opinion because they're finding the information, they're looking it up themselves, and then they're forming their own opinion and ideas on top of it. And it's all their own thing, rather than someone else hammering it into them and telling them they're a bigot because they didn't realize that police got fucking bonuses for arresting a certain number of people and sending them to jail. Like, if a lot of the people that are shouting all lives matter, if they like were able to find all of that shit out without it being charged by some emotional kid, then, and I hope it's mostly the kids that are being emotional, because like if you're over 25 and you can't like and you can't like stray away from ripping into someone over the internet because they don't have the same opinion as you, then you need to fucking think about what you're doing, because you're either just being childish or ignorant.
That's one of my favorite things to do, though, going on Facebook and seeing these things happen, like going through.
Oh yeah, I love fucking seeing it. It's fucking hilarious, but it's more from a kind of if you can't laugh, you cry kind of thing, you know, or sort of pity stance, which is it's not the healthiest to say is pity, but you know, it's not exactly it's pretty egotistical to say that, but at least I'm aware of it.
Oh yeah. So Borat, why am I staring at Borat right now? I know there's an upcoming movie.
Oh no, this is about the movie. Okay, this isn't quite what I was looking for, but something a little more little more lighthearted.
Did you see that they had a massive kind of inflatable Borat going down the River Thames on a boat? Yes.
I can't find the thing. This might be it. This might be the thing.
I can't get enough.
No, that's not it. Fuck's sake. I can't find the video.
What'd he do? What'd he done?
I'm gonna have to, thinking about it, I'm gonna have to fucking bring that down for a second, just in case that brings up actual nudity.
Censored.
Hoping Borat would be enough to bring up the video.
The War Podcast, uncensored.
Hint it. Come on, load. Fucking LA Times won't load. Here we go. Okay, so I don't think we get copyright claimed for this because
I'm naked.
it's supposed to be, you know, PSA public service video.
Okay, we'll see.
I'm guessing you're watching that on the stream, right?
I know
Yeah.
You're thinking Ruffalo.
So you'll be a little bit behind me, but yeah.
To be honest, I wish I could cover
So,
my hands with my boobs. But here we are.
has it started playing yet, right?
Did
Yeah.
you know
So,
that ballots
essentially,
could be naked? And if you don't do exactly what I tell you,
for
your
some
ballot
reason,
could get thrown out.
celebrities have decided they need to
First of all, when your
all
ballot
band
comes,
together
you're
on
supposed to
Twitter
read
again.
The instructions.
Read and follow the
And
instructions.
they
that
all
come
decided
with
to
your ballot.
strip off to tell you to vote.
I know that's like literally the least
Either way.
completely naked person
Yeah,
can say, but
I mean,
But I have crumb like can of
So
Pepsi.
they're not going a certain direction here.
Number two,
no, that would be illegal.
some states
Yeah,
like
but like so.
Um,
Right.
Pennsylvania,
just to
there are
get
two
as many
envelopes
people
you have
out
to
to vote as
stuff
possible
your ballot
for
in, otherwise
as much
it's called
chance
a
to get
naked
rid of
ballot.
Trump,
Naked
I
ballot.
guess.
And you don't want to have one of those.
But
number three,
yeah,
mail
it's
your ballot in as
bit
soon
fucking
as you
weird.
can.
Don't sit on
That's
it.
a bit weird.
Get those things
little
So-
bit fucking
Quick
weird.
ASAP.
Ruffalo.
Like now.
Josh Gad, not sure who he is. Chris Rock,
Get in as soon
Ryan
as you
Bath.
can.
Oh yeah.
I kind of know who that is. I think maybe don't know the
Please
last
vote.
one.
Take your
Chris
clothes
Rock,
off
Amy
and vote.
Schumer,
Vote, vote, vote.
Everyone's voice.
Don't know
matters in
who
this
she
election.
is.
Please vote. America
I
needs
heard of
you.
Campbell and know Sarah Silverman. Okay.
Great news.
Yeah. Nakedballots.org.
Oof. Put that in the whole search bar, bet.
Yeah, let's see. Can I spell? I don't think I can.
Will we be banned from Twitch?
Does the website work? Or am I just that bad at spelling? Oh, it's probably right. Nakedballots.org, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
PS for Pennsylvania, no naked ballots. For places like Pennsylvania, your ballot must be placed in an inner and outer envelope.
What? Why?
If you don't do this, it's called a naked ballot and it won't count. Okay.
But just for Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Pennsylvania alone, your ballot has to be in 2 envelopes. Yeah, okay.
Do they not trust Pennsylvania or something?
Or
What's going on?
I think it's more Pennsylvania doesn't trust people.
Yeah, that's what like. Do they accusing people of like holding up to the light and looking through or something? So they double bag it.
No naked ballots.
Also, that's what it's for. It's just for Pennsylvania to show, that they don't just stick it in an envelope and it's done.
So it seems in a sort of response to these videos. Oh wait, no, this was before. This was before the celebrities did it. The Pennsylvania politicians went topless to tell voters not to do naked ballots because they got put. Okay, that's
Persuading people.
weird, but okay.
Biggest glimpse of under boob or side boob.
Oh, hello. Taking up all my mouse mat now. Oh, thank you. Thank you for moving, bud. So, where was I anyways with all of this? Fucking... Yeah, so the naked ballots, more celebrities wanting to do some bullshit on Twitter because they're bored and stuck in quarantine. But I suppose this one's for a good cause, at least.
Yeah, I guess. No, it's no malice behind it.
Nah. Outside of that, I don't think I've got too much extra. Of course, I'm not sure how many of mine might overlap with yours either. Oh, I did hear apparently 800 students in a Cardiff school have to isolate after, shockingly, people in the school were tested positive.
Okay.
Who predicted that? Moving on swiftly. Oh yeah, I've got through most of my points. So, apparently there's rumors that Nvidia might be cancelling their 20 gigabyte and 16 gigabyte 3080 and 3070 cards. So that's an interesting thing, but I'm not sure it'll make much difference really.
What?
Nah, it's speculation at the moment, grain of salt and all that. So we don't know if it's true.
Why would they do that?
I'm not sure. Like, maybe it was a false flag and they just said it for hype and initial hype,
Maybe.
But otherwise, I'm not sure. Facebook has also launched their dating app officially in the UK. I'm not sure if it's the same one that they had beforehand, but let's find out, shall we? We'll look into this one. No, not UI, UK. I don't really care what the UI looks like. Already operating in 20 other countries. Yeah, so it's this whole... So it bakes into Facebook to a certain extent. And you remember you used to be able to poke people?
Yeah.
So now you can set someone as a secret crush.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and if you both set yourself as a secret crush,
Come as a match.
then you match.
Oh my god. I can't wait to see the Facebook drama of people like, why have you fucking secret crushed my fucking... Oh, what do you know if someone's secret crushed
You
you?
won't know until you match, but
Okay. I'm gonna
when
say
you
that.
think about it, it could be quite easy. Like, just go through and like secret match off, secret match off. So
Yeah.
I feel like it could be easy to figure out who's been crushing on you, so long as you're happy to possibly have to interact with them when you find out.
I know Joe's going to be all over that anyway.
Please.
Yay, come on.
Nah, with Facebook's history with data, I ain't touching that shit. Fuck
Separate
that.
app.
What?
Is it like a separate app? Or was it baked into...
It wasn't going to be a separate app, but after coming under fire, they have made a separate app for it.
Huh. So
Yeah.
you see people... How would that even work? So you'd only see people on your friends list? Or no? Or can you see like suggested friends and stuff like this?
I'm not too sure. It probably uses a combination of Facebook's algorithms to figure out, like, you know, if you've got matching schedules and shit like that.
If you've like yes or no to everyone, like then it just comes down to waiting. And that could take fucking ages.
Yeah, like I think there's probably a swipey aspect to it now as well, but their main bit is like the main bit I can remember them shouting about when they were showing it at the developer conference a couple of years ago was the secret crush thing. So that's like their main shtick, if you will.
Yeah.
So that's a whole bag of worms. But there's also, I seen today, going to be a Hummer that would maybe drive more than 3 miles before running out of fuel.
Oh, I mean, that always it's so weird. Like, why would you make the car so
Inefficient.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know, because it, like, weren't the Hummer meant to be, for the most part, like, designed for US Army and shit like that, right? And then this is, like, a consumer version for kicks. Well,
I mean,
not
it's
this, but...
very practical. It's not exactly a beast of an off-road car.
Nah, not really.
Cars.
This one might be, because it's electric, but, you know.
Talk, that would help.
And also, what? Crab Walk drives diagonally.
I want to see this.
Yeah, like, with some promotional material for it driving fucking diagonally. Off-road dominance.
Real revolutionaries.
5 minutes? Really? Fuck off. We'll probably get claimed for that as well. Extract mode. Need to get over or out of a tough spot. About to scrape the underbody and need some extra height. Initiate the available first-of-a-kind extract mode. Activates adaptive air ride suspension to raise about 6 inches.
Yes. So yeah, it's basically got hydraulics.
Yeah, so the Hummer gets up a good 6 inches.
That's a fair show.
Crab. Oh, okay, here we go. Crab walk. Okay, yeah. All right. So
Crab walk.
my question is, do you have to stop to go diagonally?
Oh, I think you might have to. Yes.
Because that would be so fucking cool. Like,
How long did it take them to
just-
find that fucking little diagonal fucking spot? That's
I
pretty
know, right?
decent. That and everything.
I feel, honestly though, in that spot, don't you feel like that's a little
Yeah, I feel like you can get around that.
much? I feel like you could literally just turn your front wheels a bit and you'd be fine.
one wheel might hit the rock. I mean, it's an off-road car. It's built to.
Yeah, it's not really necessary, is it? Oh, that's cool. Underbody camera. That's actually super useful for an off-road car when you think about it. Be able to see if anything's like jammed you up and shit. Specially engineered 35-inch tires, but
Oh, that wow, 35-inch tires.
jeez,
It's
fucking huge.
They don't look that big, though, do they?
Nah,
Not particularly. I mean, mine are.
I mean, it is a Hummer, I guess. Like, there's a person for scale actually. So there's his head, and that's the size of a wheel.
Yeah, fair. They are chunky as well. They're very.
Looking at it, his head is actually smaller than the wing mirrors.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it actually looks pretty badass. I'm not just saying that because it'll probably actually run longer than 5 minutes. Ooh, Bose sound system. Transparent sky panels, 1,000 brake horsepower equivalent. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Nice.
A Hummer has beaten the Bugatti Veyron off the line.
It's the future.
Fucking right, mate.
Fucking head off. There's cars that can go. I saw a car recently. It could go 1.8 seconds. Not to 60.
Like electric cars are dumb fast.
I must feel
off the line.
Fucking.
Yeah, it's like I said back when the Tesla was like the Model S, back when it had the software update to up its 0 to 60 speed, like that still blows my mind that that's possible. A software update increasing your fucking 0 to 60 speed. But so they around about that time, I can remember like thinking to myself, because at that point it was something like 2.5 seconds or less to 60, and I was just thinking to myself, like, how quick to 60 would it have to be to not be physically possible? Like, how few seconds to 60 would it have to be to like have enough G-force that you would pass out if you tried to go that quickly? You know?
How about
like at what point are they gonna have to cap acceleration because the human body can't take it?
I can't see them having 1 second 0 to 60 speeds. That's actually 0, 1. You're already at 60.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
That'd be insane.
But then roller coasters kind of go 0 to 60 in basically nothing.
It's true. That's true. I did see recently, I don't remember what car it was, had something like a 1 point something 0 to 60.
Yeah, I saw a car recently. I think it was like 1.8, 1.5. Just crazy speed.
Fastest 0 to 60 in 2020. Aspark Owl, Rimac C2, and the Porsche 919 Hybrid. So 1.7 is the record at the moment, and I think these are actual. I don't know actually. Aspark Owl, Rimac C, are those like production cars at the moment?
I don't know if that particular.
They sound okay. Yeah, that's just a hypercar. All right. I had something about hypercars actually. I swear. Fucking BMW maybe has a new hypercar.
New hypercar.
Yeah, and it's like super quick.
Have they ever released a hypercar?
BM.
They've got the i8, which looks like a supercar. Or hypercar.
Yeah, that's I thought the i7 was a bit weird. That i8 is insane.
Look at the bug eyes on it though. It's got a proper. It's like a head shark looking from that angle there.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. Like that I thought that was weird, like the old one of that, I guess, but fuck me. That's insane. I think that might be it actually. BMW M hypercar, so that's a concept for it. Yeah, I don't remember who it was that I seen, but someone has a new electric hypercar, and it's super fast.
I mean, the Tesla ones are pretty fast.
The Tesla, I think, the Tesla Roadster, the new one that's coming out. I think that's projected to hit 1.6 to 60. Oh fuck! Tesla stocks are back down to 430.
I did see that they dropped.
I think they had to like do something to split their stock or something.
I know they dropped when they
I can't
announced.
remember exactly, but yeah.
When Elon recently announced a more affordable Tesla, they then dropped.
More affordable. I know recently he's 1.9 0 to 60 for the Roadster. Apparently, I thought it was quicker. But yeah, I had seen that the Model S. I don't know about a more affordable car. I'm not sure I've heard about that, but the Model S I have heard has had a price drop, so it's now $69,420. Well, not even a nice.
Yeah, I did see that actually.
Yeah.
He just did it because he is what he is. He's Elon.
Yeah, he's a meme lord, isn't he?
Nice.
Okay, yeah, he said in about 3 years he'll have a cheaper Tesla.
And since then, it's been
just
dropping.
Under 20,000 apparently.
But the shares have dropped more than 34% in the past week.
What's that?
The shares in Tesla.
Yeah.
34%.
If it drops to like 300 again, I'd say fucking buy a grand's worth. I am not speculate whatever I don't know shit about stocks. Don't trust me. But yeah, fucking seems like a good idea, right?
430 at the moment.
Tesla's the fucking Bitcoin of stocks, isn't it? The one that keeps just wildly going back and forth.
Virgin Galactic.
I was gonna get some Tesla stocks where I was at like 250, I think, but I missed the mark. I'd be fucking rich. Maybe like £2,000 richer. I heard that he's got some new battery tech. Like, I don't remember when or where I heard it, but yeah, there's some new shit that's meant to make. Oh yeah, Tesla's new cylindrical cells provide about 5 times more energy and 6 times more power and a 16% greater driving range. How can it provide 4 times more energy but only 16% greater range? Like, how's the math work there?
So what was it? Sorry? 14.
So the new batteries provide 5 times more energy and 6 times more power, but only 16% greater driving range. Seems like weird numbers, doesn't it?
Does seem like weird numbers.
Oh well, either way, that would be nice to see a proper affordable Tesla. But the thing is, in 3 years, when he announces it, it'll then take another 3-4 years before all the pre-orders are even backlogged and sent out, and then maybe we can buy one. Probably a decent idea, really, to hold off until the first revision of it, because by then they might actually have finished the backlog and have it ready to order, and you get like the little improvements, you know.
I wonder what it would look like though.
I
hope it still looks kind of sporty looking.
I wonder if it'll be like a sort of hatchback, because he's got just about everything else, hasn't he?
That's what I was thinking.
There's the Cybertruck, But let's bring him up, shall we? The sexy line.
Full range.
Tiz.
Yeah, I feel like they could
Tesla
a hatchback.
sexy. Yeah, so we got the we've got the kind of what would you say the Model 3 is then?
It's kind of like maybe a coupe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 3's by there, and it's like this the kind of smaller kind of coupe, and then I guess the S would be the business class saloon.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Then we got the X, which is the crossover.
Mm-hmm.
The Y, which is the pickup truck. No, wait, no, it's not. What was the Y? Oh yeah, the Y is the more affordable. So I think the X is more of an SUV, and the Y is a crossover, isn't it?
Yes.
So, here's a profile of all of them. That's nice. Yeah, so we've got the smaller sort of like more standardy kind of car, then the more premium business class kind of car, and then we've got the crossover, and then the SUV. So that leads me to believe that next we're gonna get some sort of hatchback.
Mm. It's funny how that they made the Cybertruck though, because it doesn't look like any of the rest. It's unique looking.
Yeah, like I'm not sure where that come from. To be fair, Cybertruck. Like, it's a bit out of nowhere, isn't it? But at the same time, that's goals. Like,
Wow.
that's literal goals right there. Holy shit! You know, fuck, bro. You know what the best part about that is? That doesn't even have to be like a fucking full on, like expensive attachment for the back or anything. That could just be like a fold up or fold down tent piece.
Mm.
That you just lay on the bottom of the fucking bed. Like that's genius. I want it. Imagine that fucking full on tent in your pickup truck. That'd be perfect for our road trip.
Fuck I.
COVID just needs to fuck off so we can do it. Like,
Just looking
Jesus Christ, could you imagine that chasing you down
I know, right?
in before Cyberpunk 2077?
That's what I'm gonna say. It's surely this car will be in that.
It's gotta be some sort of like partnership, surely. I don't know how else it wouldn't be.
I'm guessing it's kind of based in 2077.
Yeah, it makes sense.
This would
I
be
mean, it's even the same sort of fucking writing for the Cybertruck.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
So it's gotta be some sort of partnership. I don't know how else it couldn't be.
yeah. But then if we can make this in 2020, then that would be outdated as fuck in 2077.
So I have only one more thing to have a look at that I'm sure we'll be coming back to at some point.
Lay it on me.
No, that's not the one. Bombshell text could lead to Joey Exotics. Oh, fuck off, Daily Mail. Only 10 hours ago, Joey Exotic's secret text could acquit him of Carol Baskin's murder for hire plot.
Okay.
So, supposedly, some texts found on a burner phone. Hidden texts have come into question whether the reality star gave the alleged Hitler Alan Glover a burner phone or whether he stole it himself.
Right.
So, if the guy did in fact, okay, Carol Baskins is bisexual and born. Okay, I'm just gonna move past that. And there she is, just continuing to stare us in the face.
What did I say?
What?
I can't see it on the stream because I'm zoomed out.
Carol Baskin comes out as bisexual, saying she was born into the wrong body.
Okay.
So what? She's a bisexual tiger. Investigator team Tiger, who are working to free Exotic, believe the new evidence could be the get out of jail card he's waiting for. In the mystery text, it's alleged that Exotic wrote, "Fucking Alan stole the pizza phone." Previously, Exotic said he never had the pizza phone. In the 2019 trial, Glover testified Exotic, in fact, gave him that phone as part of his murder instructions, as seen in the public court transcripts. So, Texas-based attorneys on Team Tiger, Francesco Hernandez, has revealed how these texts could prove Joe's innocence, and he could be out of jail soon. So, we might get yet another update episode to the Tiger King series.
New season.
Fucking new season when lockdown finishes, but...
Come on, we all want to see it. Throw both of them in a cage and see what happens.
Yeah, fucking right.
Tiger.
The hitman said Joe gave him the phone. Absolutely not. He stole it from the pizza place. It's a stolen phone. The text messages that were recovered are literally standing up and telling the truth. Okay. But yeah. It's a chance he could be freed. I mean, he was a little bit wild, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, he was very...
doesn't Carol Baskins have his farm now?
Yeah, I think she took it over, didn't she?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
So she kind of wins there, right?
Yeah, but if he comes out, man, he could do some things.
Yeah, he probably end up going back in pretty quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
I did also hear that apparently there's been some further investigations into Carol Baskins after human remains have been found near someone's park that she was affiliated with.
Do you think that she fed her husband to the lions?
I don't know, to be honest, because I can't help but feel like that guy, on some level, just wanted to get the fuck... Like, it sounds like he was just getting the fuck out. He just wanted to, like...
So what was the
bun off the rest of it. Because supposedly, he flew off down to fucking Mexico for some shit.
Yeah.
And then he was never seen again.
Why is it always...
But he makes that trip, like, somewhat often. So I can't help but feel like he'd been making the trips back and forth, moving some of his shit, maybe. And now, the last time that he fucked off, he just not coming back because he's done, he's gone. He's got all his shit. Like, I can't help but feel that. Because, of course, like, his family are going to be biased against Baskins.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, to be honest, on a level, I'm mostly just kind of favoriting the person that seems to have the most morality. Because let's be honest, fucking Joe Exotic is not exactly a great role model. But whether Baskins killed her husband or not, at least she's nice to the animals. She does try.
And they are all innocent in all this, which is, it's nice to see them. But if I can't see her wanting to get involved in any of this if she did fucking. I mean, I know a long time ago, and the remains maybe, she may have thought that they were gone or whatever, but I wouldn't want to bring that up.
Like, years later, like, surely if she fucking killed the guy and the remains were... Like, you wouldn't leave the remains there, is what I'm saying, you know? Like,
no.
What remains have they found? And, like, how does it implicate her? Because surely if she's that fucking devious that she'd feed the remains to the tigers to cover it up, then she'd be careful enough to make sure the whole place is, like, free from the remains after.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta be thorough, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're You're just gonna fuck yourself, especially if you could like you weren't agreed to do the documentary, would you? If there was a chance that you had the fucking remains still out there.
Although I don't think they ever really went onto her property and kind of explored her property. They just kind of talked to her for, from what I can see. She could have easily have not had that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's right. So maybe she didn't want them snooping around.
But like it surely if you don't want people snooping around, so many years later, then you would now even take effort to make sure that there's no human remains about the place. Like, it just seems I can't imagine she'd be too that careless, you know? If she's good, like Exotic puts her across as such a devious, methodical person. I don't think she'd end up being that lazy, that careless with it. What do you reckon, Butt?
I remember seeing something on the show that was quite damning, but
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Oh no! It was the fact that the first husband looks like I think it's Jeff Lowe, the guy who kind of took over and helped Joe out a little bit. The guy with the bandana and the
Yeah.
kind of playboy. He was like, you know, you thought himself as a playboy.
Yeah.
I saw two pictures of them side by side, and people were saying that they look very, very, very similar.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can find it.
Ooh. After Tiger King, Tampa sheriff determines Carol Baskin's late husband's will was forged.
Oh.
So yeah, to be fair, I did while I was watching it, I did feel like her will seems pretty. The will seemed like there's a fair chance that it could have been forged, but like she didn't have to have killed him to forge the will. You know, she could have easily picked up on him. She could have picked up on him like hightailing it out of there, and then for his, you know, because you know he would have been faking his death essentially in this theory. Then then if she caught wind of it, then why weren't you? Because if he's running away and he's faking his death, then he's probably cut you out the will.
Probably, yeah.
So wouldn't be surprised if she forged it in that case. But of course, while I was watching it, I did think seems like she killed him, because why else would she seemingly forge the will? I mean, it's pretty damning, yeah. But she still feels like the better person to get behind in all of this, you know?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's crazy.
I thought it was weird. I thought it was mad that everyone went crazy about Carol fucking Baskins for so long on social media, when she seems to be more the good guy in this.
Caring for the actual tiger.
Yeah.
Not just exploiting them for cash.
Jeff Lowe confirms Tiger King Season 2 is in the works, but he has a better idea.
Okay, Jeff Lowe. And also, how? Like, what do you mean? How do you mean Tiger? How can you have Tiger King without the fucking Tiger King himself? Is it just like showing the aftermath of what Carol Baskin did to the farm or something?
Oh, Tiger King producers have been asking Jeff Lowe to be in Season 2.
Ah.
So the producers are trying to make a Season 2. Lena's wife Lauren confirmed their phone been ringing. They're not just blah blah blah. They have been trying to get us to go on. They've been labeling it Season 2. I wouldn't say that it's Netflix, but the producers that do the show have been trying to get in contact with us. Could this be to do with the extra episode, maybe June 5th? Is that prior to that? Or it could just be like the catch-up episode that's referencing, I suppose.
But I mean, that's not really a series, though, is it?
Yeah, they might have said new series to try and draw him in, I guess, just for the update things. She is facing a lawsuit from her ex-husband's family. Tiger King missing husband's will is a forgery. Sue handed to rival Carol Baskins. It's a fucking mess, this whole thing. May 5th. Is that before or after June?
Before.
Before. So I'll check Netflix now, see what the late date was on that one. Do you have any points to bring up anyway? But
Well,
I feel like I might have steamrolled it a bit there.
no, it's not bad actually, because the points I was going to bring up, we can now save for the conspiracy episode.
Oh, you got some conspiracy-like ones, have you?
Well, that was my main one, because he was going to probably take a decent bit to get through,
Fair.
evidence and all that.
Right, you're gonna have to remind me that you gotta go first next time then, before I fucking steamroll the next one again.
We're doing like a special one next one, yeah?
Yeah. We'll do some conspiracy-based shit. I think that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, if we both come up with two each.
Okay. It seems like a good shout, actually.
I've got one. We're gonna have to talk about it, and it's linked to something that was mentioned recently by Z person or persons.
Sorry, I'm just looking at that Tiger King shit a second. I'm trying to figure out what the date of that last episode was. It doesn't actually say. The Tiger King and I date. April 12th that was, so
Fuck.
June, January, June, July, August. Yeah, so that would... Okay, so there may actually be a season 2 in the works, legitimately. Maybe it... You don't think it's going to be, like, following Team Tiger and they're, like, legislative journey?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Trying to free Joey Exotic. You don't think?
I'm trying to free him.
Well, I think that might be part of it, like following the people that are trying to free him, and then maybe catching up on some of the other bits as well.
Both
like,
sides.
For example, Carol being on Dancing with the Stars and getting to the Joe's farm.
Oh, right. Is that confirmed?
What?
That she's on Dancing with the Stars?
I thought she already had been.
Oh, fucking hell. She's doing bits then.
Yep, she was in there. She's now listed as a film actor on Google.
Okay, that's a bit...
Oh, no.
Oh, she did a Tiger King themed one. Dance, whatever they fucking do.
Yeah. That's just...
That has got a white family up of the husband, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dancing on TV as a celebrity.
Little bit.
Movie star, whatever, doing this dance, tiger dance. It's like, really? Like, if you got beef with people, try not to antagonize it. Like, go on it, but like, don't do the tiger shit because he's gonna.
Yeah. Like fucking Albert, she was only voted off. Like, or I don't know how it was Dancing with Stars actually. She was only eliminated, in end of September. After only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with this shit.
I don't know. That's the American one, isn't it? So fuck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we got Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh yeah.
Dancing with the Stars is like the American version of that.
So why is it called Strictly Come Dancing? Like this fucking weird name, innit? I don't get it.
Britishized kind of thing, whereas Americans are like dancing with stars. Start dancing.
Strictly Come Dancing. Like, I don't.
It's like
I'm
an
not gonna process any longer than I need to. Fucking weird name. It does, like, logically doesn't make any grammatical sense as far as I can tell. But oh well. So I think that's all my shit anyway. I am done. So if there's anything you'd like to bring up before we sign out.
Well, yeah, I only really had the deep thinky stuff, which we're gonna do next time. And we're reaching 2 hours, so
Yeah, just about slammed on 2 hours. I think we did have like a 10-20 minute intro, but even still, that's good going. But
of hour and a half to 2 hours anyway. Is just kind of
like that's ideal, really, and don't want it to be too long. So nice to see you all on the internet and shit. Hope you'll all catch us next time. We'll be back around about the same time next Thursday, about 5:30ish. So long as either of us don't get held up by work or something like that. But as always, you can check us out on other social media platforms, which are listed in the graphics, and I've actually added our YouTube and our Anchor links to our Twitch page if anyone is curious.
Hey.
So you can get to the audio-only episodes of the podcast and our backlog on YouTube. I'm also starting to export these streams, try and keep them permanent on Twitch. Don't know how well that works, but we'll see.
We'll see.
And at the moment, I think you can still see episode 6 uncensored, because Twitch ain't too hot on the copyrighting us, so that's fine. If you watch it on YouTube, it's all blurred out because the Premier League are, well, arseholes. But yeah, I think that's it from me. Anything you want to say to sign out, Jack?
I'm just gonna say next week is the 10th episode, quite a big episode. So we're gonna do something a little bit different, some conspiracy theories and some deep thinking just throughout the episode. No more depressing news stuff.
Bun that.
I'm not. We have had enough. But yeah, enough. So
yeah, like let's have a bit of fun next time rather than
fun. Joe's favorite saying. And we'll come back to that, I think. At some point.
Maybe not. Yeah, let's
good followers, and I release what Joe said there. 100 followers by December.
Eat shit. But yeah, we will catch you all next time. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the podcast, and as always, you can catch us everywhere else. Blah blah blah. Give us a like rating, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, all that shit to help the algorithm. Peace out.
Peace.